A lot has been happening.
Betrayal.
Yeah, man. Is it betrayal?
Scandalous.
Is it the Judas?
Is in the Iscariot.
Is it the Judas
The way the face says it all, bro. You saw in the eyes of Malema.
The disappointment, bro.
Oh, the heartbreak, bro. You see what he said, bro? He was like, when I read the letter and he said he was leaving, I felt the same pain when my mother died.
Ooh.
Damn, bro. That's the Judas, bro. Yeah. When he said that, I felt the Judas, bro.
But is he not playing the media and us at the same time? Are they not playing us?
Because politics is a game.
Yeah.
Politics is a game. But right now, bro, it doesn't look good for the EFF. If he is playing, it's not looking good because right now, it's like he's in deep waters and he's like fighting for air.
He's fighting for air.
And then
is he the only one who's fighting for air, or just the whole organization is fighting for air? The EFF as a whole.
As a whole, because right now he is the EFF. He and Floyd Shivambu were the EFF.
They were the founding members.
Exactly.
Yeah, the founding
so
members,
him in deep waters is the EFF in deep waters. Now will the EFF live long, to last the next election? Now you understand.
But he's saying the EFF will live as long as he is alive.
But not
because his coffin is gonna be wrapped in the EFF flag. That's what he said.
Yeah. Well, yeah, man. The ideologies maybe will live on for life because he has good ideologies. Some of us really like to adapt to. Not all of them, but some are really good. But right now, it doesn't look like the political party, will be like one of was it COPE? Does COPE still exist?
Yeah, it does still exist. So but then it's dying a slow death.
It's dying a slow death. And now, when big people like Floyd Shivambu leave, you're wondering who else is to leave now.
So you feel like it's more like what happened to COPE when who's that guy? Shilowa.
Yeah.
Who was that? Who was it? Bazima Shilowa left, and then Musua Lukota was the only one who was left at COPE.
Exactly. You understand? And then and then I feel like yeah, man. When I looked at Malema in that press conference, bro, for him, it's a heartbreaking moment.
It was like girlfriend there,
yeah, bro. That moment, bro, was like shit, bro. And I looked at him.
Sure.
And Floyd Shivambu, bro, is just there.
Yeah.
He's just there confidently stating.
Not looking in any way angry or showing any emotions.
Or being scared or shaken. But you could see from the other side his pain.
Sure.
His pain. So we see who he said a loss because right now Floyd is gonna go to the MK.
Sure.
And then for Floyd is major educated. He's been deep studying, So now, right now, as what you call Mkhonto sees as the third leading party, and then he's going there to spearhead, bro.
Sure.
Who says
so he's going to spearhead Mkhonto Wesizwe.
He's going to spearhead, guide, help them guide, maneuver politically and get other things,
Sure.
So now, if he's gonna be in that department, bro, who says, MK might not be the next ANC, bro, in the next coming elections.
Yeah, I feel like with MK and how they've been moving, they are almost moving the same way ANC was moving prior. It's being established, and all the certain things that they did, all the right things that they did that kind of made ANC such a big movement that it used to be. Because now if you check what Mkhonto Wesizwe has been doing, Jacob Zuma started a union under Mkhonto Wesizwe. There's a certain union that's going to represent teachers. So what is he doing? He's trying to pull some teachers from SATU because SATU is an ally to ANC. So even the unions, I think SATU, we are soon going to see a certain similar thing being done by Mkhonto Wesizwe.
Yeah, so now that's why, because right now I'm just looking at it, this is the ANC separated, because the ANC was once one.
Yeah,
They were the ones who were the fighters who came to like fight back for because of apartheid, and then they were the ones that were made to believe no, there's no reason to fight anymore. And then now between these two, well, who's left in the ANC is the ones who says, no, man, yes, we want to Sabawela, to Bas, whatever Bas says, yes, we wanna do that, and wara, just so everybody's in peace. Hey, let's not fight. And then the other ones who say, look, hold up, guys. We actually are owed here, man. We actually are owed something. And then they came out of the ANC, came out slowly but surely, came out, and now the MK looks like the right party that wants to compensate back the black person. So now everybody, now the people are now going back to MK. So like it's the same ANC, just divided now actually. And then I just believe even the people from COPE are now just gonna go to MK, who just believed ANC wasn't the right one. Who knows? You might find that Malema might also play some games in the EFF, and he get expelled from the EFF and he goes to join MK. Who knows? That could happen.
Only time will tell, because
time
you
will
cannot
tell.
predict a politician's move.
Yeah.
You cannot predict what their next move is. As much as we never saw what Floyd Shivambu did coming, even your biggest journalist and your highest educated analysts, they didn't see this one coming.
No, but apparently there were some quarrels. Apparently, like they weren't in good terms for like the past 3 years. Like there were some, like maybe the political indifferences somewhere somehow.
That's true, but political indifferences will always exist within any organization, because there has to be that thing where if you are a leader, you believe in certain principle, and your subordinates might not believe in the same principle. So there's always going to be a tug of war between which direction is the party supposed to go. And also, let me just break this down. As much as people might think this is a betrayal, I sometimes feel like we needed this.
Really, in the EFF?
Not just in the EFF, South Africa as a whole. And
Okay, I don't see this, how?
especially those ones who believe in the Progressive Caucus.
Okay.
If you believe in the Progressive Caucus, you will know that EFF and MK Party are all towing almost the same policies.
Yes.
What they believe in, it's almost similar in so many ways, especially when it comes to the land. Establishing a state-owned bank, giving the land back to those who it was stolen from, and so many other things, as in equality on its own. So if you check the two political parties, they kind of like believe in the same ideologies, but then I've not seen much from the MK party in terms of the Pan-Africanism. What is their stand on that? Because the issue with EFF for a lot of their voters was EFF seems to be prioritizing anything that has to do with Africa, even if it violates the rights of the South Africans.
For me, I feel like maybe we might not have seen that, but maybe what I'm getting mostly from Mkhonto Wesizwe or maybe Jacob Zuma vibe is that it's South Africans first. So in a sense of like South African people first, the black people first, maybe the South African black people first. Then we focus on working with African countries. We don't focus on the people who are colonizing us and the people who want to forcefully dictate our well-being or our businesses. So I feel like that's why even maybe when he was the president, he decided to not opt to be in partnership or to be
under the white monopoly capital.
White monopoly capital decided to get with the Indians. Maybe in another world right now you might go with the China and then you still state capture. But when it's a white person, we won't talk about state capture.
But then just to come back again to the point I was trying to make is that the reason I'm saying it might not look so bad to those people who believe in the Progressive Caucus is that MK party again is still a new party. As much as they got people voting for them in KZN in huge numbers in other provinces, getting like top 3, top 2 in your Mpumalanga, I think they got top 2. Northwest, they got around top 3, if I'm not mistaken, if not top 4. So, as much as they got votes, still there is no stability within their political party.
Yeah,
Within
but-
the MK party, they're still trying to find their feet and establish which direction is it that we're supposed to take. As much as they have the ideology is not direction.
But okay, so like I feel like maybe they basing their ideologies on Konjo. Who's the leader apart from Jacob Zuma? Who's the one that advocate?
Oh, Dalimpofu.
Not Dalimpofu, the
Oh, Judge Slope.
Judge Slope.
Yeah, President
So now,
Slope, yeah,
so now,
Advocate
so
Slope,
now
or
there's
Dr. Slope.
advocate. So there's Advocate Slope, who's like has a well knowledge of the constitution and the law, and then now there's also Dalimpo, also in part of the law. So now in terms of maybe understanding political law or economical law in those kind of senses. So like and Jacob Zuma was like an ex-person who has an experience in leading the country, you know. So like there is a base or foundation in terms of maybe their substance in terms of what they're doing. Maybe they just need maybe they might not be as there is a couple of experience in the top part, maybe they might not be a whole lot of experience in the ground parts maybe to make things happen, and then that's what they need maybe now. That's where now the betrayal comes in. Maybe that's when they're hiring the big dogs like this
too.
too.
To your story that it's a betrayal story.
Bro, but the look in my guy's face, yo, bro, it was painful. Like I'm posting that with my friends for trade.
But bro, for me,
Okay.
the reason I'm saying with
It might not
Floyd
be.
Shivambu joining the MK party, it brings stability within the party itself.
Within what party?
Within the MK party.
Okay, what about the EFF party?
The EFF party has been in the game for 10 years now. And
Now it's
obviously,
time for, bro, okay?
yeah, now I think it's where now when certain things are not working, that's where they need to go and review. But for MK party, we're not reviewing. We are implementing what we think is right. For the EFF, let me finish. For the EFF, what's happening is they need to review how is it that we lost some percentage in the last election, who was responsible for these, and maybe what is it that we said that the people did not understand and they did not align with. But if you go in the MK party, there's no stability, I'm telling you. As much as you quoted those leaders, there's no stability. The kind of like the direction, it's still like they're still trying to find their feet. Who's supposed to lead us? And also, if you check, there were some members of parliament who were recalled not so long in the MK party. Why? Because they just needed numbers then after campaigning. Because you can assist me to campaign, it's fine. We can find something for you, but it's not everybody who has the quality to go to parliament. It's not everybody who can go there and know what to do in politics. And if Jacob Zuma cannot go to parliament, Judge Slope or Dr. Slope can go to parliament. But prior to that, he was not a politician. He was in court. He was a judge. Politically, who's there that has been in the game for that long to say he can lead the party and give the party direction and lead trust into the people policy-wise and also politically-wise? Like, bro, the strategies.
Like right now, I just believe maybe we don't have enough information. It's like right now, Floyd Shivambu is leaving the EFF, going to join the MK.
It could be.
Listen,
It could be a plan. It could be a plan.
Yeah, he's going there and he's going with other people.
Yes.
So he said other experienced people that are going with him.
Yes.
I'm thinking also Jacob Zuma, while he was in ANC, when he left with people who were already in the political sphere, people who worked in politics. So even right now, we might think there might not be stability. But I believe in terms of maybe he knows if just maybe right now he might not have called them to join MK. They just maybe the members that have joined according to their will. Because he knew he won't win the full elections, but whatever you want right now, he just needs to figure out the right way to do that. Man, I just believe the foundation of it, the core of it right now is kind of strong, and then they're looking at progressive ways. That's how they managed to convince someone like Floyd Shivambu. But right now for the EFF, if me and you are the founders of the EFF, and then we saw that we failed this year. There's actually a decline.
Sure.
Looking for a solution for what we started, a solution, me leaving is not a solution for what we started together.
Yeah.
So if we are actually looking for a solution, so me leaving, looking at MK has nothing to do with me because I didn't start MK.
Sure.
So right now, looking at what we started and we see that it's going downhill, I am supposed to man up and say, okay, my brother, let's look at where we are arguing. Let's sort this out because whatever we were arguing about led to our downfall. So right now, let's fix.
But you know, from what you're saying,
Yeah.
I still feel like you're still on your line to say this is more of a betrayal, and also more of like there's a division within the two guys now. There's kind of like one who believes in this and the other one who believes in this, which can be true, which can be true. And then, but also the angle that I'm coming on with is that if you are Floyd Shivambu, you're leaving the EFF as a deputy president, you're going to another party. Which other position do you feel like will be worthy of you joining that party? Is it just a matter of ideology, or is it a matter as well of I'm going to implement my ideas now? I'm going to, maybe this party, I'm going to be at the top, where in the EFF I used to be second, but here I have a chance to be the president of the party, to go into parliament if ever the party is to win elections. I'm gonna stand in as the party president.
You know, yeah. I think whoever talked to Floyd Shivambu about going to MK party is the best close, one of the best closers in the country.
Sure.
They probably gave him something like that of a deal.
Yeah, obviously.
So like right now, I'm second in hand in EFF. I don't have.
You
like,
can't have a say, you know. You don't.
No,
have,
no,
you don't have
no,
much say. You have a say, but you don't.
But
have
apart
much
from
say.
that, I will only be president after this guy.
After this guy accepts that he's never going
No,
to win.
yeah, no. Let's just say we have a chance of EFF winning. He has to first lead for 4 years or 8 years until it's gonna be my chance.
How old are you gonna be by
exactly.
then? How old are you
Right
gonna be
now
by
with
then?
the MK, when there's still no stability, they can promise him that deal that you look here. There's no stability. Zuma is old. I, Judge Klopp, am old. I don't want to run for presidency.
Sure.
But we need someone young like you, someone knowledgeable like you, educated like you, well spoken like you.
Sure.
You understand? So
Sure.
they closed him like that. So he got closed, and then he looked at the opportunities, and then he said, okay, my friend, my old friend, my brother, look at right now. I see your ideologies here, and I have my ideologies here. I have the chance to be in this party, and then they will allow me to push my own ideology.
But then again, let's come back to this one. What are the chances that this whole thing is a plan between Jacob Zuma and and Julius Malema? That you know, this is what's gonna happen. This guy's gonna come over, help you guys find your feet, and also on our side, what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to reinforce where there needs to be reinforcement. And let's say for MK party, put all your focus on KZN. EFF, go and put all your focus in Limpopo, and then now we can't talk about Gauteng. Gauteng is a neutral battlefield where anyone can win. You can convince anyone any day because you have a lot of the working class there, unlike the rural provinces. So we go to Eastern Cape, we say ATM, put more of your focus there. Win the Eastern Cape people, win the Eastern Cape vote. Because now where we are in a more like a Republican versus Democrat situation. You have the Democrat, which is the ANC and the DA in a coalition. And the Republicans now, you have the EFF, the MK party, the ATM, and the other progressive parties. Now it's a 1 versus 1.
Yeah.
Either you guys are strong or we are strong, we're going to continue being in power. Because if the progressive caucus is to have a majority to say we can lead, what's going to happen is that they also going to put their own members as in the cabinet, as much as what the ANC did, because it's just a coalition between the ANC and the DA. But then the EFF, MK, and the other progressive party, what they're trying to do is in the next election, you guys need to be strong to bring enough percentages into this progressive caucus so that we have a foot to stand on.
Yeah.
That's how it is now.
Man, personally, how I'm seeing this,
Yeah.
I'm looking at this that personally, I don't feel like MK just wants to, hey, you guys take this part, we wanna take this part.
Sure.
I believe like Jacob Zuma is going for every province, bro. Like that's why right now, it looks like it's unstable from the outside, but I just believe like Jacob Zuma is one of the smartest guys, and then with all these judges who are like politically educated in the constitution, all these things, is probably playing a chess game. And looking at the elections coming next,
Sure.
by far, I believe if they don't have more votes than the ANC, they're having more votes than the DA in these coming elections.
Which comes back exactly to what I'm saying now. If the Progressive Caucus can pull their leg up and say we are here to fight, because let's say okay, EFF got 9%, MK Party got how many?
15, 16.
Yeah, somewhere around 15, 16. You combine that, that's like, let's say 25, 26. And then from that 25, 26 now, what are you fighting for is the other progressive parties to say, let's say if EFF is to pull through and say, push for that 15. And then MK is to pull maybe and say, push for maybe, let's say 30 or maybe 20, let's say 20. That's 35. You need only what? You need only 15. The other progressive party, if they come to the party as well, what they're going to do is we fight these guys toe for toe, nail for nail. If they are saying one, we say one. If we lose, it has to be by 1%. Because now what we're doing is we've decided to take our corner and they've taken their corner. There's no way in which us and them we're going to meet unless if they are able to sacrifice on certain policies, which if you check, the ANC is still scared of the land question. And that's why they chose the DA.
Yeah, that's why, because I saw this one interview. This investor was like, the reason the EFF is bad is because they threatening property rights. Now property rights is because of the people who bought the land and are not even staying here, and not even utilizing the land. So like we are threatening those rights because we actually want to use the land. We actually need the land. We actually So now we are threatening those rights. That's why the EFF is a bad party. So now I believe we do need to, I don't know, maybe we need more education. People need to be educated in terms of like what's really ours, and maybe we get the land, and
what are we gonna do with it?
Going forward, we need to be educated. Look at the future. If yes, not just let's take the land. Let's just take the land. What are you gonna do with the land? Because right now we're not even educated on what we're gonna do with the land. Then now they're gonna educate us. Okay, so now the land has these things. We just need to skill you guys, because I just feel like.
So what you're saying is that those parties that are saying let's repossess the land without compensation, let's be teaching these people what they're gonna do with the land.
The masses what we're gonna do with the land, because right now there's a whole lot of people, they've got land. What's good it for? Like, they're not even making a living out of it. And then certain times I just feel like the problem of the country is not really mainly a land problem, it's a skill problem, because right now if people can be employed, people are lacking skills to make money to feed their families. So like a whole lot of people lack skills. People maybe go to varsity and have degrees, but let's talk about maybe skills to help you make money. That's what a lot of people lack. That's why even when they give us land, people lack skills to farm.
So let's say now, okay, we have people who believe that the land should be repossessed. And then now we come back to that one. Let's come back to this one now of saying there's this thing within the EFF of the border policy. And the border policy is one thing that a lot of people have been saying we like what the EFF is doing. But the only problem is they're talking about open borders. And with the influx of foreigners now in the country, with the influx of people just coming in as they please, people kind of feel like, okay, firstly, we look at the job opportunities in South Africa are very limited, high unemployment, And now, if you're gonna continue with the open border policy, what are you inviting? You are inviting more unemployment. You are inviting more stiff competition for jobs that were supposed to be preserved to the local people. So that's where now, if the MK party is to say we are shying away from open border, I feel like they can win most of the people who were unable to vote for EFF because of that open border policy.
That's why I say maybe the difference between maybe Mkhonto and EFF is that MK is more like black South Africans first. Yeah, so Julius Malema is more inclusive of the whole continent of we are one. And for me, it's a matter of maybe perception or matter of knowledge when were the borders placed in Africa, when the, all of that things, why are there borders in the first place, and now we can blame Malema for saying open borders. Now during ANC time there are open borders and it's being made like it's criminality, but it's not. They are even in Lesotho, there's you just cross the mountain and you're in South Africa, there are no borders. So
in Zimbabwe you just swim across the river and then you're in.
Even right now with the ANC government there are open borders because they know it profits the billionaires in the country. So they're allowing that to happen and then painting Malema bad for saying all these things. Right now when we understand that, okay, if there is knowledge and skills to be learned from each other as a continent, as a country. If I go to Mozambique, I can learn a different way of making shirts, and then come and sell it to here. Now I'm a different,
We wouldn't have a problem with the open border thing.
We wouldn't have a, because...
But then in conclusion, bro, in closing, who would you say is the perfect candidate in the EFF to replace Floyd?
Bro.
There's Ndlozi, there's Marshall Dlamini who might want to go into there. There's there are other women. There's who's this one? I forget their name, but
Shivambu is irreplaceable, bro, for me.
But now who's filling that position?
Bro, like it will all go down to who Malema will trust more or who Malema feels is more politically inclined to.
But then the members of EFF are the ones who are going to elect. They have to elect. Pela now, the thing is, when the party started, you knew that Malema is going to be president, Floyd deputy. But now the game has changed. Now it's more of what do you bring, and it's more about what do you bring. Do you have the numbers for that position?
Do you have the political connections among the party,
among your peers within the party? Who do you think is capable of leading as advice to the guy there?
Personally, I don't know. Right now, I'm just looking at it.
Who would you want to fill the position?
Maybe young Dlozi.
Yeah.
Give young Dlozi a chance. I don't know.
He's ready for that one?
He might not be ready, but that's a challenge you must start to. You must put on. Certain times being grown. Your father just died at 12 years old, and then you just gotta put the big pants in the house. So like he must just take up that position. Make sure he also just try to add on to his education. Open his mind up. Just take on the challenge, bro.
Deputy president of the EFF.
Ndlozi, young man, because young man, I like me.
Mbuyiseni Ndlozi.
I think it's a smart one.
Let's kill it there, bro.
Yeah.
We out of here. Of mind.